Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the top 5 healthiest snacks that you can get from iHerb. Now before we dive into today's video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. When I say healthiest, I don't mean that this is the be-all end-all. I don't mean that any of these foods are going to absolutely change the game on your health and fitness journey. There's no such thing, because if there were, then we would all be fit and we would all be shredded and we would all be healthy. So the word healthy really defines all the little things that you do every single day that compound into something much bigger. But the purpose of today's video is to really show you why I've chosen these snacks amongst others in iHerb's catalog, and also why you might want to add this to your arsenal when you're out and about and need a quick pick-me-up. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I feel it's very appropriate to find the definition of what a snack is. Google says that a snack is a small amount of food eaten between meals. So that's exactly that. A snack isn't a specific type of food. It is determined by the amount of food and when it is eaten, i.e. between bigger meals. Okay, so let's be 100% completely honest and transparent here. We don't need snacks. If we are eating well-balanced meals full of a diverse range of whole foods, we generally won't feel the need to eat between meals if we are completely satiated. But no one is perfect, and anyone who's perfect isn't real. It is very likely to feel peckish or feel like you just want a little bit of a snack in between meals here and there, and that's totally okay. On days that happen, it could be because you have used more energy. Maybe your physical activity levels have gone higher, or you didn't sleep very well the night before. Not sleeping well actually increases the hormone production of ghrelin, which is what makes you feel hungry. Including but not limited to, obviously there are a whole range of other reasons why you could be feeling peckish or hungry. Regardless of when this happens, let's talk about the best kinds of snacks to be reaching for, how to understand the labeling of food packages, and what my best recommendations are that you can get from iHerb. The standard regulation in most countries that an ingredients on the labels ordered from most in quantity to least. So when you're looking at the ingredients of a package, the first ingredient that you see on that list is the ingredient that is predominant in the food that you're looking at. So for example, I've got here the baked pea crisps, and the first ingredient on this package says organic green pea flour. So as such, most of what this is made of is going to be made of green pea flour. The next ingredient on this list is organic brown rice flour, then organic sunflower oil, and organic pea hull flour and sea salt. And so you can see here the last ingredient on this list is sea salt, being the ingredient that is least prominent in this snack. I just also wanted to add this fact. I'm here to reassure you that organic doesn't necessarily mean healthier. It is just a label for how the ingredients were treated and managed. Maybe they didn't use pesticides, etc. It doesn't necessarily make the food healthier, and so you can rest assured you don't have to fork out the extra money just to buy something that's organic thinking that's gonna be healthier, you know? It's not necessarily the case. Okay, so here's like a really end of the spectrum comparison. Take this packet of mee goreng, a great staple in every pantry, am I right? In the ingredient list, here the first ingredient is wheat flour. So this is 62% wheat flour. Great. The second most prominent ingredient in mee goreng is refined palm oil. And then it goes salt, acidity regulators, thickener, and color. Like, you don't need diverse understanding to know that there are a lot more nasties in this ingredient list as opposed to the peas that I showed you before. Now, I'm not saying that you could never have mee goreng for the rest of your life. One salad doesn't make you healthy and one pizza doesn't make you fat. But in saying that, having this understanding of what goes into the food that you're eating and how much of it you're eating, i.e. the frequency that you're eating it at, gives you an understanding of what you're feeding your body and how your body is responding to that. A lot of the times, you know, if you have like 2 packets of mee goreng every few days, you're probably going to feel very lethargic and very heavy. Probably not going to feel that way eating less processed foods and more whole foods, you know? So that's one thing to keep an eye on when you're looking at what snacks you should get for yourself, and that's like the ingredient list and seeing what the snack is predominantly comprised of. Now the second thing that I always look at is the macronutrient breakdown. So that's the nutrition panel on the back of all packaged foods. Now for those of you who don't really understand what macronutrients are nutrients that are required by the human body daily in large amounts. That's your protein, carbohydrates, and fats. I would say that the best way for your body and for your functions, for your nutrient intake for the day, it's best to really create a balanced meal with a size of protein, a serving of carbs, a serving of fats, and also a side of fiber. Now the second thing that I look for in snack is to see if I can get a balance of all of those nutrients as well, so that I'm not, you know, going over in one or I'm under in one. Some snacks are going to be more carb heavy, or some snacks are going to be more fat heavy, like nuts. But sometimes you can look for a snack that's kind of balanced in all areas and hits all of those boxes. So this next snack is the Power Crunch bars. Honestly, these bars, I have been eating them for years. I think the first time I had them was maybe like 7 years ago, and they are just absolutely delicious. They're like a wafer covered in chocolate. But the thing is, the macronutrient breakdown of these bars is pretty good. I compare these to all other protein bars that I've had. They either taste like cardboard, are really overly sweet, or are like 100% a date. This is my favorite protein bar ever. The only reason why I would advise against protein bars is just because they can be so freaking expensive. I think I would rather just eat a smaller amount of my lunch as a snack rather than spend like $40 on a box of these, you know? That being said though, in one bar, you're getting 13 grams of protein, you're also getting 14 grams of fat, and you're also getting 11 grams of carbs. So I find that this is a good balance between all of the nutrients that you get in one single serving. I feel like this is an appropriate time to also slide in another fun fact. Protein is the best macronutrient to give the sense of satisfaction in terms of feeling full, feeling satiated. Imagine you have a leafy green Caesar salad with no chicken in it. Just lettuce, some croutons, cherry tomatoes, a little bit of sauce. Just imagine eating that. Now imagine the exact same salad but strips of chicken in there. You are going to be so much more satisfied with the salad with the chicken in it. So that's why I think it's also equally important to look at your snacks and the nutrient breakdown and see if you're getting any protein from it. Now with carbohydrate, there are two types. We have the short chain carbohydrates and long chain carbohydrates, and it's pretty straightforward, but they are determined and classified as such because of their chemical structure. And so if you ever notice, if you're snacking on short chain carbohydrates, you're going to get hungry a lot faster as compared to, you know, eating some mashed potato, long chain carbohydrates. And the reason for this is because of its chemical structure. Short chain carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream much quicker. Short chain carbohydrates absorbed very quickly, energy gone in an instant. Long chain carbohydrates take a little bit more time to distribute to your bloodstream, so the energy that you get is more consistent over a longer period of time. So something to keep in mind when you are looking at snacks. I kind of want to feature the next two snacks together because they are similar but prepared in different ways. Now, fruit is the best kind of snack. A great dose of nutrients, it's tasty, but sometimes fruit isn't always the most convenient thing to bring with you. You need to refrigerate some of them, or you might need to peel some of them. This one's a freeze-dried strawberry, and this one is like just a normal dried mango. And literally the only ingredients in these is literally this one, ingredients, strawberries. This one, ingredients, mangoes. It is what it is, and that's kind of rare to see in a snack. So I think this is really great because you're getting exactly what you get from fruit alone, because it's preserved all of its nutrients in the process, but also it's super convenient. You don't have to put it in the fridge, you don't have to get your hands dirty. You can just like sprinkle it on snacks like yogurt, have it in cereal, put it in smoothies, top it on salads, and it brings a little more texture to your food. And my fifth and final choice are these Whisks cheese crisps. These are literally like rice wheels, but they're made completely of cheese. The top ingredient that's most predominant in this is cheddar cheese. So these have been made out of cheese, which means that you're getting a good amount of protein, a good amount of fat and carbs. So you've got 10 grams of protein per serve and 13 grams of fat and also 2 grams of carbs. Now, another thing to point out in the nutrition panel, there's always 2 columns in food packaging. You have the column that says per serving, and then you have the column that says per 100 grams. Whenever you're comparing one food to another, make sure you always compare using the 100-gram column. Companies can decide what a serving size is. This serving size is going to be different to another snack serving size. Comparing those numbers, it's not going to be accurate. Best bet is to look at the 100-gram column. To finish up, why do we eat snacks? Now, in general, the first thing is for convenience, something quick and easy. You're in between meetings, you're going somewhere, you're on public transport, it's not convenient for you to eat a meal, so we eat snacks. And the second thing is a little pick-me-up. Sometimes you're feeling, you know, the 3 p.m. afternoon slump, it's not quite dinner time yet, and you've just finished having lunch, but you just need something to get you going. That's another reason to be eating a snack. I want to remind you all that if you are genuinely feeling hungry, you shouldn't be turning towards snacks. I think that's one of the biggest traps to fall into, especially for those who are starting out on their health and fitness journeys and perhaps are eating a lower amount of calories than they usually are. They're probably going to feel super peckish in between meals, and then they turn towards snacks. Now, when you turn towards snacks when you're genuinely feeling hungry, it's very easy to go overboard. We'll feel full on these snacks and we won't have enough room for these meals. So that's why I think it's really important that while snacks are really good for convenience and a little pick-me-up, we need to be very conscious of our body's hunger cues and hunger signals. So if your stomach is growling, it is not time for a snack, it is time for a meal. Get yourself something balanced at least. If you don't have the time to have a meal, then find a snack that is balanced in all of the nutrients like protein, carbs, and fat. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have links to the snacks that I mentioned down in the description box below. I just wanted to finish up by reiterating that I'm not saying that any of these snacks are the be-all end-all or that they're going to change the game. I just personally really liked them. I think they're really balanced and provide a really good variety of tastes and textures to your snack arsenal, and you can also get them from iHerb. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned a little bit about what and how to choose snacks, and I hope I helped give you some inspiration. See you next time. Bye! What are some of your go-to snacks? Let us know in the comments down below.